Hello, and I thought I'd share something a bit different with you this week. In here, well, basically, there's a shop online. I bet you've all seen it. Pops up on my Facebook feed all the time. I think it's called. Is it Temp? I might have it on here actually somewhere. Temu. I had no personal experience at all, but the kids always warn me off of it, saying, a lot of people don't get the stuff they were expecting, or it don't turn up. But I got sent this offer to give it a try at like ridiculously low prices, and I kind of figured I'd got to spend £10. And I thought, well, even if it don't work out and, nothing turns up, the worst it is I've lost £10. But this has arrived this morning. Now, basically, because it was like your first order, you got ridiculous prices for things. And subsequently, when I've just been on the site, I see now you have to pay the right price. Still low, but nowhere near as low as I paid for these. Because basically, what I've got in here is a whole load of plastic plants and aquarium plants that I thought I could utilise, for shrubs and greenery and jungle stuff. For bolt action, and that's really what this video is going to be about. I'm going to open this, see what I've got, and see if it was worth it, and whether it is something that I can use to build with. And then next week maybe I can make a video, to show you what I've made from some of it. But as a bit of an incidental, to make up my £10 order, I got this as well. I don't think I can pan back any more. You can probably see yeah, that's the top of it. And then there's the light. So we'll move the light, shall we? Right. So what it is, it's a little acrylic plastic display case. Now, I wasn't holding out great hopes because I noticed a lot of people were saying that it was broken when they received it and it was tiny. I kind of was expecting it to be this small. But I got this for £2.49, which, to be honest, I think is a bargain. Now, I know, when you look at it, you probably think, well, you're not going to get a great deal in that. But what I thought about doing is using it to display perhaps my Band of Brother figures. Just the figures that have been made by, either Warlord or some other firm like, is it Susie's Heroes or whatever. And I've got some individual figures of, some of the soldiers from the Band Brothers, so I might put them together as a little display on their own, and maybe even put some back pictures in this, from Band of Brothers, and it being light, well, I can either put it on top of something, or I could maybe even, if I'm careful, put it up on the wall. So anyway, that's a bit of an aside, but quite happy with it. Right, let's get to the main event and see what I've got this time. Just get it all out on the table. That's everything. What we got in this one? Well, that's obviously an aquarium plant. Well, like I said to you, I spent £10 in all. Some of these were like 29p, but I mean, I don't think that's their normal price, but I think it was a, you know, come and try us out type price. So whether it'll be available there still, I don't know, but some of these were like 29p, some were 49p. But I can't even get them in a pound shop for that, so... But when you actually look at it individually, I mean, when you look at it en masse, you think, well, how can you use that? But if you, you know, pull it apart into one, you know, individual bits, you could imagine that one as a plant, couldn't you? You could imagine that in a jungle environment. You know, if you were doing something for, you know, bolt action in the east, you know, with the Japanese and stuff. You can even strip it down further, look, and just make individual, or even just one on its own. You know, for small shrubbery. I mean, the colours are a bit garish, but I mean, you can soon, you know, dress that down. You can, you know, mat it, or, you know, perhaps even put a bit of wash on it, you know, to take away from the shiny plastic look. But you can imagine how many hundreds of plants that you can get out of that one. So that's one type. I mean, I'm pleased with, I mean, I could literally keep myself going forever on that, the amount of plants there is there. So that's that one. I mean, I've done something similar to this before, but I've never paid these kind of prices, and I've never had this degree of variety. Again, look at this, you know. You could cut it as small as you wanted. You could have a tiny plant like that one, a bigger plant like that, several branches together to make a clump. And look how many I've got. You know, when you start separating this out, you can see how many plants I'm going to get from it. And this one's got a bit of texture to it as well, so I think once that's matted down and we take off some of that, you know, glint of plastic, these would pass off quite well. That's that one. Oh, these are a bit different as well, look. Look at that one. Again, you could cut it that short if you wanted to. And it's, or, I mean, that's just like, I don't know, the budding part of it. But you've got open leaves a bit further down, look. Let's put a bit of light on that. In fact, look, that's a pull-off one as it is. But that don't mean you've got to cut it there. You can cut it wherever you like. But I mean, again, look at how many plants you can get from there. I mean, I may never need to buy one again. I just basically, to be honest, when I used it, when I went to this place, I just literally went for the cheapest ones available, because, you know, if it didn't turn up, there was no big loss, and I tried to get as much as I could for my money. So I kind of looked at the plants a bit, you know, to see what options there'd be for, like on this one, look, of cutting it down to a smaller little shrub. You know, like I say, again, you could put it, you know, a group of shrubs together, look. It really add to any terrain that I make in the future. There are a few leaves on this one, so you could cut it down here and have a different looking thing altogether. But again, plenty to go at. Quite sure what this is. It looks, I think it'd be okay for jungle terrain. There are smaller leaves further down it. It's probably not the most obvious one for cutting plants from, but certainly mixed in with a few others. I ended up going for this one, I think, because it was really cheap. So it was a bit of a compromise, really, hoping that I could still find something usable on it. But I think you could probably get something from this. I mean, if you really wanted to, there's nothing to stop you trimming these down. I know it's a bit more of a pain, but it's an option. I don't know whether that's all one plant or... Yeah, I think it is. It's all one plant. So there's plenty to go there. That's obviously just another one of them, because they were so cheap. Right, last one. Let's see what we're going here. We've got 3 of the same one. Oh, and each one's got 2 in it. Again, you cut it smaller. Plenty to get out of that, I think. Even the individual leaves could be used to make something up. So, I'm not going to open all the others because you can see that they're just the same. So, was it worth it? Is it useful? Well, yeah, on the whole, I'd say it was. I think it's a real good bargain. And, you know, I'm going to be able to make lots of things out of these. So, you know, I'm really satisfied. You know, can't fault it. I mean, I did see a lot of good reviews online as well. So, yeah, on this occasion, I can't say I've got any problem with using Temu, and I'd do it again. I'm not saying I'm recommending it to anybody. I mean, it's just a trial for me, but I'm more than happy with what I got. So you speak as you find, don't you? Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you found it interesting, if nothing else. As I say, I will be back probably next week now with a video showing you what I can make with it. So if you've enjoyed it, please consider giving me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.